Leo, 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 beautiful Leo, hello. You guys, you're not gonna believe the message today. Whoa. Thank you so much for being here. I'm losing my voice. Thank you for being here, Leo. Okay, I'm so excited. Let's clear the energy really quick. Okay. So, I have your coffee cup right here. I have Tarot and Oracle. And I have the messages. I saw it in your coffee beforehand. It's an insane message. I'm still like, what? Okay, I feel like there's something here you're going to be very pleasantly surprised by, which is so nice. But it's kind of like this moment. I feel like there's a lot of things that you're going to be very pleasantly surprised by. A lot of ships are coming in kind of all at once. And something here is a little bit funny. It's a little bit of a smirk. It's a little bit of kind of like, yeah, I know you made a mistake. You know, but you're not going to really like say that necessarily. But there is this energy. Who is this rabbit person? I don't know. But this is like, I saw like, you know, one of those drawings where like it looks kind of realistic but cartoonish at the same time, of like a hare's head. Not a rabbit, a hare, you know? And it looked like the kind of like a version-ish, because it was kind of like creepy but cute but weird, you know, energy. And it was like Alice in Wonderland, you know? The hare in Alice in Wonderland. And there is a person here that this person is kind of like rushing back in, like they're in a hurry for something. There's like a lot of flattery going on. And I feel like this is kind of funny too, because you're kind of hearing that something didn't work out for a person. And this is something where they kind of went against you and it backfired on them. And now they're kind of coming running back. Is this weird energy with this? It's like if you are happy and things are going good in your life, they're like not happy about that. But this is like the underlying, like the truth behind the smile. You can feel the energy. It's a little eerie, but it's like kind of like the Alice in Wonderland movie with Johnny Depp. You're like, something is not right here. Like, what's this about? You know? And a rabbit is the hare specifically is associated with Aphrodite, and it's a gift between lovers. But here's the thing, is it feels like a manipulation, because then it was like talking about, I guess hares do this thing where they fight and march. So this could be having to do with a Pisces or an Aries person, or this transition that we're making into this year, because Aries starts, you know, the zodiac year. But it could just be like people from your past, okay, that are, they fight, these hares. They like box and they fight. And they're trying to like show off and be macho. So somebody is trying to show off and be like a macho person here. But it's to get something. And if they can get a better situation, they will go with that situation. It's like a weird energy. Okay, and then I saw Nacho Libre. What is the fighter called where they wear the mask? I think it's Mexican, like a Mexican style of wrestling. Oh, I should know this. I love the movie Nacho Libre. Well, Jack Black is in it. They wear masks and they make them look like, you know, intimidating. It matches their outfits. They're wrestlers. That's what they do. So, yeah, I'm sure there's a really cool history behind it, but I don't know it. But anyways, Nacho Libre, which is so interesting because he's fighting, but he works for the church, and it's like he wants to do something good. So this hare wants to fight. They're fighting, and they're kind of coming off like they're doing something good, but they really don't have a genuine heart. And then there is this person that is kind of fighting, but they actually do have a genuine heart, because I looked up Nacho Libre, and this is what comes up. Nacho, this is Jack Black, says, yes, it is terrible, but is it always a sin to fight? He's asking this question. And Sister Encarnacio says, no. If you fight for something noble or for someone who needs your help, only then will God bless you in battle. What? There's people fighting all around you. There could be people coming in, I feel like, that are going to be fighting for you. You're like, I don't know about that. Yeah, they are. And guess what? There is going to be a person that is the right person. And how do you know what was on Nacho Libre's shoulder? A snail. That's the slower pace, right? Instead of the hare, the rabbit, who runs really fast and he beats the turtle. There's somebody here who has a just cause. And, Nacho Libre is like, he's not the most fit fighter. He's not trained. It's like, what? But he has heart. That's what he has. And there's something here where somebody is coming off as something else than what they are. But you're picking up on it right away. I saw a camel. Camels talk about a journey here. They are the master of seeing through illusions. They are the master of the long game of taking their time and being very wise about how they utilize their energy and how they prepare beforehand for everything. They have emotions and they understand how to use these emotions to their benefit. And this is something here where you're planning something here, and then there's this train. And the train up ahead, there's no tracks. And this is kind of like, don't jump on this train all of a sudden. When people are jumping on this train, jumping on that bandwagon, I guess that's what I heard. Don't jump on this train. Everybody's trying to call you to come on this train. But the train, there's no more tracks. So the train is going to be stuck. So it looks like the train would be so much faster and it would be a much more pleasant ride, right? And it's like, oh yeah, you get to be with this rabbit person and other people like that, right? But that wouldn't actually be beneficial. It's like you'd rather be out here with Nacho Libre and this camel and just doing your original plan. There's something here where a bunch of people want to try to come back into your life that are not worthy of your time. And, they're just not being their authentic selves, and they're not doing the work to change. They're making these choices again and again and again. And it's like, no. So something that you were excluded from now all of a sudden wants to include you. No. Your fate is in your own hands, and other people want to make you think that, this could go this way, this could go that way, that you need them. And you don't. And you know this. You absolutely know this. This is, I feel, more like an explosion of your energy. This looks like a star that exploded. This is a burst of your energy. And do you know that when there's in the middle of the desert, all of a sudden there's an explosion, somebody lights a flare, what happens? Everybody can see that from far, far away. So now everybody's rushing to go to that direction to where you are, because you're shining so bright. There's something about this full moon tomorrow that is very important, very impactful here. Here's the train and it's stopped, okay? There's nowhere for this train to go. There's a train here also, and there is no more tracks. The tracks are gone. So this is kind of about the way that you have already planned to go forward with something, to continue to go forward, to continue to trust your intuition, because it's about to blow up. And I mean blow up in a good way. Yeah, because this looks like the orangutan from Jungle Book. And the orangutan from the Jungle Book He's like, what is the song they sing? I wanna be like you. No, that's not one. Anyways, he is trying to lure in Mowgli for his own gain, basically. I can't remember the details of it, but it's something like that for sure. Definitely. And his true friends come and find him and help Mowgli. So that's kind of beautiful. All right, let's go. What the heck? King Louie. I think his name is King Louie. And he wants to give the man cub, I think, to Shere Khan. So Shere Khan will, I don't know, not eat the monkeys? I don't know. Something like that. Orangutans. Or are they... Is he an orangutan? Whatever, I don't know. He's some kind of a gorilla. I think it's an orangutan. It's your originality, because orangutans are original. It's like they were only on one island, and I can't think of what island. I think it's a Polynesian island, but I don't know. Somewhere there's an island where there's only orangutans on this island, and other places in the world where there are orangutans, they came from that island.
And
so
that's pile drive to the face.
It's like original, you know? There's something here about your originality that somebody else wants to steal. To utilize for themselves here, yeah. And that's the thing. This is so crazy cool. Because you have the box. And this is talking about the box that you have lived in all of your life. You know, we all have. That there are certain limitations that were put up because of our upbringing, because of society, because of whatever, you know, whatever. And this is about, you know, breaking free from this. And something is trying to distract you, perhaps. Something may be trying to scare you or someone. But you're going to break through this threshold. You are. And there could be something here where you're going to draw a line in the sand where you're not going to let anybody else do this. You have the crone and you have the unseen. So this is very interesting because, you know, in Alice in Wonderland, there's the queen that, you know, when do we see this queen? You don't really see her until like all of a sudden at the end, there she is. It's like, okay, you know. Or at least Alice doesn't see her, but she's hearing about the queen. She's hearing about the queen. She's hearing about the queen. It's this person that, you know, has been scorned by lack of love, and, you know, it's unseen. They're not showing this here, so that's why these person situations have been against you, but you have healed yourself, and it's not your responsibility to heal these other people if they're not willing to respond to it. And that's what I feel like is going on here. There is something here where you're drawing this line with this fault line, and nature is helping you. Animals can be helping you. There's certain people that are also going to be helping you as well, so that this is not going to be crossed again. This is not going to happen anymore for you in your life. Okay, I want to clarify this fault line here. This is just kind of like, you know, in Alice in Wonderland, all of the animals there and everybody, you know, it's like they're trying to work against the queen. They have this thing that they're trying to go up against here. There's something new that you want to bring with this black egg that you're going to bring into, it's like the old ways are done. Okay, you have the beaver with the fault line. So this is your hard work and dedication is going to draw this fault line. It's going to make it so this threshold can be broken. And you're breaking apart what is this box? What was these limitations and other people's influence over you? You're like, no, you're not going to rule all of this land and I don't get anything. Actually, no, I'm leaving and, you know, I'm cutting this off so you can't follow me. You know, there's something about that. And the way to doing this, it's like the snail, you know, is very resilient. They carry their home on their back. The camel can go anywhere, see through these illusions. You know, there is no journey that the camel cannot get through. The beaver as well, but all of these animals are methodical. They're taking their time. They know their way. that's their way and that's it. You know, a camel is not going to swim. Like, that's not happening. You know what I mean? A snail is not going to, you know, there are some animals that have more versatility, but you know what your skill set is, you know what your direction is. So there's something here that could be trying to tempt you to go in all of these different directions here. And I want to see about this crone. Believing in yourself and going forth and understanding what your goal is. The beaver's goal is to create a home. The beaver's goal is to make a dam for this river, because I don't know why in nature that's important. Probably has a very high importance for creatures and animals and the ecosystem and all these beautiful things. So there is something here that you have to do that is going to block. That's the thing, is a beaver is blocking with the dam. What can go forward, what cannot go forward. You're saying that you're not going to live in another person's box, in this barricade that somebody else has set up. It's like you're going to make the barricade. You're going to make what your home is. You're going to decide, you know, and this is the decision. So the lizard and the fire ants. So, you know, it's a fire ant thing. There could be a person that you feel like they have a lot of people on their side, but these people are not free thinkers. These people are followers, and these people are going off on a few words that somebody said. And I feel like they don't really believe these things that people have told them. But it's almost like a self-preservation thing. It's just like easier for them to just kind of believe it, to see it this way, because they would have to, if they believe in your way, if they kind of let you be or whatever, they would have to break through some barriers here, and they're not willing to do that within themselves, looking at things that happen to them, their inner child, all that stuff. But then you have the unseen in this lizard here, and this lizard, never noticed it before, but looks like a Komodo dragon to me, which really it kind of, I mean, sort of. But it does to me right now. So there is something here about a person, you know, Komodo dragons do some pretty, you know, they will dig up a grave here, you know. So there's things here. And the unseen, but this person is watching. The lizard is watching and not moving and watching. You know, so there's something here that a bunch of people are maybe following a person that they don't really know too much about, or behaving in a way. It doesn't have to be following a person particularly. It could be just like an ideal society, or, you know, all that kind of mumbo jumbo. So what the hey here? You have this spider here, and this is what I'm saying here is this explosion here that you had in your cup, like the star explosion here. This could be like a spider, and the spider making this web. And this is like the beaver is making a home, right? But the way that the beaver makes a home, the way that the spider makes a home, it's creative. And it's tailored to them, you know, and it's them setting the boundaries of what it's going to be. And they can change it anytime they want, you know what I'm saying? So there's something here about your creative efforts, that driving force that is pulling you forward, that you've been dedicated to day in and day out. This is going to be lead to something very rewarding, lead to something very amazing here, an amazing creative feat. And it's going to build you a sturdy, solid home that, you know, is going to bring prosperity to you. She collects her food from this web, you know, and oh, that's the eclipses. I was going to say spiders take down their webs. They take them down during eclipses, which is, do we have eclipses in March? Was it April? Well, because we're talking about the hares and they're fighting in March. So there could be some fighting here that left you very unsettled, and you had to kind of shift your state of being to protect yourself and to hide. And now it's kind of like, I don't know about hide, but just like you had to do things in a different way to protect yourself. And now this is kind of changing here. This is like the all those little monkeys that work for King, or I guess they're living with King Louis, and they're all trying to get Mowgli. And this is like all the are they birds? Are they soldiers of the Queen from Alice in Wonderland that are all trying to get Alice? You know what I'm saying? They don't even know. They can't even see what it is that they're actually really defending here. You know, just like a cold-hearted person that's very, very calculated, and they made this decision to be this way long, long ago, and they have had opportunities to change it, and they have decided again and again and again not to. So this is so freaking interesting. Indecision here. Could be a little bit, you know, this is so many cards, but you have order, you have flirtation. This flirtation, there's a lot, when I said all your ships are coming in at once, there could be a lot of different things that are happening at the same time. And some things are coming in that, you know, you have to put into order here, that you're very excited about. When a ship comes in and there's a bunch of merchandise, okay, now you need to organize all of that. Maybe you also have a flirtation coming in, and you're not, you know, what do I do with that here? And then you have detachment here. So there's some things here that you're pulling away from, but I'm going to put those cards back because, you know, it's like a million at once. There could be people here. This is what I'm saying, is somebody is coming back to you, and it's kind of like a little smirk here. It's kind of like tempting to like put it in their face. But I don't feel like you're gonna do that. I mean, it's kind of like you have a chance to engage in something that would feel kind of like revenge in a way, but I feel like there's bigger things that you're doing with your life. Somebody could be trying to come back in to get revenge on you because they feel like you have wronged them in some way, or they see this kind of success and that you have broken free in some way, and for some weird reason they feel threatened. Maybe because there was charity that you were given. This could be a very manipulative person, like a user, you know? And this person, their energy was very manipulative. So you were giving a lot to them, but it was not in a genuine way. And this is something that you have to block from, and that's why you have secrets. You're making this decision to say, to do this, to move forward, and you may not be it's like there's this energy of, I don't know if everybody needs to know this, because you're thinking ahead. Yeah, you have companionship, and then you have publicity here. So there's some things that there could be a person that they talk bad about you around other people, but really they're wanting to get back into your life and influence everything here. There could be a new way that you are succeeding, and there's like-minded people around you, and you're getting a lot of attention. And this is when a person wants to try to come back into your life here. So let's get some tarot now, right? How interesting. It's like everybody hears about Alice in Alice in Wonderland, you know, and everybody hears that, you know, she's with the Mad Hatter, you know. It's like people hear, they know about what's going on. And the Queen, like you hear about the Queen of Hearts, or I think before you see her, you know what I'm saying? So there's something here where you're gaining attention here. You're going to start to gain a following. You're going to start to, people have noticed you, but it's now being vocalized. And this is now like more attention is being brought on you because higher level energy people are noticing you. And there's something with the decision here. You have the Two of Swords here, and then you have the Ten of Pentacles here. So this is something that Spirit is kind of saying, like, think about your legacy with this decisions that you're making. Think about this home that you're wanting to build for yourselves, thinking about something stable that you can build on, because a fault line is not stable here. So that's something that, that's going to be something that you're going to cross and you're going to put in place so that others are not allowed. It's like a boundary here. It's like a healthy boundary. People are trying to dominate and get you to give them some kind of charity. Maybe they're trying to come in like they're giving again and give you a charity now. There's a lot of manipulative energy around that. You have the Two of Wands here. So this is you thinking about what's going to be best for you, and that's how you're going to be moving forward. And this is saying kind of like, I feel like you're going to get your revenge. And your revenge is actually you living this beautiful life. And this is because you're choosing to make these decisions to break through these barriers. And maybe some things that you're doing, people will see it as a sabotage. But it's not. You exercising your free will is not a sabotage to anyone else. So there's something here where somebody could be trying to paint you in a way. And it's kind of like saying, just keep moving forward, because there's a lot of wonderful things. Definitely a home. If you want a home is here for you, Alice wants to get home, and she didn't appreciate her home or something like that, right? She didn't fit in her home. And this is something where it feels like you're going to get your own home where you do fit in, where you're making the rules, which is a little bit different because it's like, you're not a child. So you can do that, where Alice is kind of like, needs to spend some more time there. You have the Queen of Cups, and then you have the Emperor here. There could be a water sign trying to manipulate you, Cancer, Pisces, a Scorpio, or an Aries. And that was the Pisces Aries March. Could be, but you're kind of coming into your own here because you're choosing to focus on your own dreams going forward and validating your own emotions. It's like you don't need other people to validate you, so you don't have to give in to have other people around. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that you put up with because you didn't want to be alone, and you're kind of realizing that was all an illusion. The camel, you're walking through all these illusions, and you're seeing that all this time you were the one giving to everybody else, and that was a fake illusion. It was just like the moon is really just the sun's light. So there's something here about that. You're really seeing, and this is secrets here. Secrets and seeing things clearly. The Queen of Swords represents clarity, and this is decisions, making this clear decisions here. This person may be a crone and they may have an army, but you have the sword of truth. You have the secrets of this universe walking alongside you here. Wow. There's something here about taking up the noble cause, and you're going to be pleasantly surprised that all the winnings, all the stability that's coming into your life, this new life that you're going to have, and you're going to kind of look back here, and there's going to could be a little bit of worry of, am I going to be able to do this? Is this going to stay this way? What if everything falls apart? Then what am I going to do? Well, you know what you're going to do? You're going to handle it, and you're going to do amazing. It's like, wow. This is really, really beautiful. Yeah, you have the Nine of Wands again. So what is this Nine of Wands about? I'm not seeing it. Oh, this is kind of like talking about doing things this different way. You have an idea to do things differently than how you have done them before. So there can be things that are popping up that are irritating you, that are triggering you, that are not what you wanted. Okay, and this is an opportunity, or it's what you wanted, but it's taken a long time to come in, and now all of a sudden it's a rush. So this is for you to think and respond differently, because You have this new life here. You have this solid home here. You have this creativity that's just going to explode and bring in all of this publicity. You getting seen here. You having this wealth and abundance here. And you're going to make these decisions to protect it, to keep it. Yeah. And making the decisions to follow through with all the hard work that you have done, not just putting all of this work in and then giving up on it. Right before it's supposed to be amazing here for you. And this is about being seen now. The hard work has been put in, the research has been done, and now it's time for you to be seen. Now it's time for you to be celebrated. Now it's time for this to be put out there here, and you to realize that you are this professional, you are this mentor, you are this guide, you are someone who, the divine and spirit is so proud of. And, you are this embodiment of unconditional love. Look, you have the Hierophant here. So everything is kind of coming together here, and this person here that is really matching your energy here. And this could be a beautiful little secret that the universe has, you and this person ending up together here. How beautiful is that? There is like something here that's like an enchanting little secret here. This could be a person who, there's an energy of pranks here, because it's like, look at this Hanged Man. It's like seeing things in a different way. This person sees things in a different way. You see things in a different way. That's the unique thing you bring to the world, is you help other people with clarity, to see things clearly, to gain perspective, to believe. You speak the truth, okay, and you stand in your authenticity. And so other people that are brought into your life, they need to speak authentically. They need to challenge within themselves these thresholds and break them down. And if they don't do it, then they're stuck, and you're meant to leave them behind. There's somebody else who maybe has gone through a lot of addiction, or just they have maybe been a person that it's like accidents always seem to happen around them. They have all these extreme things that have happened, where they've had to completely start their life over, where they had an injury where they had to completely start over, where they were going to be this, do this sport, and they got a scholarship, and then they got an injury and they can't go back to it. They had to completely start over in their life. By being in the same body, though, it's like it was major, but they stayed, in this life. And there's something really inspiring about the two of you together as a couple. So that's kind of cool. Because that's the thing, is like, Alice is very inspiring and Mowgli is very inspiring, and they're both in worlds where they don't fit in. And they're both in worlds where, the queen is kind of dominating over all these cute little forest creatures, right? And Shere Khan is kind of like dominating over all these animals in the jungle. And, Alice is like in this beautiful fantasy world, and then the reality, right? And then Mowgli is in the human world and in the animal world, So this is kind of like the backstory of you and your person, which you don't, it can be two girls, two boys, whatever. But it's just talking about divine feminine, divine masculine, You had these journeys here that were different, but they kind of can relate in the same way. And there's something coming together here. That, like this could be like a couple, like a power couple that is seen publicly in some way. So that's kind of cool. Knight of Cups. So the offer, the message is really just like following your heart, and everything in this life, wherever you go, it's going to kind of show you this love back in really beautiful ways. And remember that you're wanting to create a home for yourself. You want to think about your long term. You want to think about your stability. You want to build something that is going to last. And there's something that you're standing for. Decisions that line up with the secret that you're protecting, or that you're going to one day speak out about and help others. There's something really important about this. Leo, yowzer. What a reading, right? Wow, I love this one. Okay. Thank you so much. I hope it resonated. If it did, please like and subscribe and have a good night. I will see you tomorrow.